Flavorful, fun, sustainable cuisine bought locally and regionally is the name of the game at Marie's Pick. The chef is dedicated to preserving the taste of pristine ingredients, and along with her signature comfort foods and devilish desserts, it makes dining there the perfect outcome for Marie. It's on Alameda de las Pulgas in Menlo Park, and it's called Flea Street Cafe.
I'm Jessie Zifkool, and about 35 years ago, after just getting off welfare and hitchhiking and somehow finding myself in California where I belong, I opened one of the first organic restaurants with my former husband, Bob Cool. And it was a commitment to our staff and using real food, something my father taught me. When you're in community and you're doing business, you do it with integrity. And because it was food, that meant organic, clean, healthy, locally produced food. And from Late for the Train, we kept opening restaurants with the same sentiment, and here we are at Flea Street Cafe.
All of our sources are mostly local, and we try to stick with that as local, as close as possible from the restaurant. So we have a garden right outside our restaurant, and when things come up, we just pick it, bring it, and cook it.
I consider our food to be comfort food made sexy. We don't overdo it, and what we really want people to feel when they're eating is nourished, nurtured, and like they've eaten something so delicious, but so alive, and that's actually very comforting.
Now, Marie, Flea Street Cafe, and really all of Jessie Cool, the owner and chef's restaurants and endeavors are focused on local, sustainable, organic produce and food items.
Yeah, they are. It's very important for her to use products that are responsible, local, fresh, and flavorful.
And that's the reason you keep going back and back to Flea Street?
That's the reason I keep going back and back. Of course, I live about a block away. that would help. But you know, there's responsibility, and for me, that's important.
Right.
I've never had a bad meal there. Mm-hmm. The staff is wonderful, welcoming. I call it comfort food, but high-end comfort food.
Mm-hmm. Right. High quality.
Yeah. High quality.
Mm-hmm. And not cheap, but worth it.
But it was,
it's not cheap.
Yeah.
I had a great tossed salad that was a combination of radicchio, parsley, and a few other fresh greens with the vinaigrette that had just the right bite to set off the really great organic greens. And then I had the halibut cheeks on farro with the butternut squash. And let me tell you, if you've never had cheeks, whether it be beef cheeks or halibut cheeks, it is the sweetest meat. In sushi restaurants, they have it also too. I think it's the tuna cheeks, but boy, the halibut cheeks were gorgeous.
That's my favorite dish.
On farro, which I was unfamiliar with. I guess it's an Italian grain, which has really a lot of rich flavor, and the preparation was perfect, a little crispy and tender, and yeah, I didn't share too much, but I let her have a couple bites.
Well, I'll keep Marie away from you.
Yeah, well, no, I was talking about my wife. Marie, I'm not even going to dinner with her because I know I'm not going to eat anything. Exactly. She's going to have it all, exactly.
And you said this was your favorite dish when you go,
This is my favorite dish.
It's a regular dish then on there?
It's a fairly regular. They have it on the menu quite often.
Okay.
Is that what you got when you...
No, actually, I had the Dungeness crab with the sweet potato on the roasted cauliflower. That was the bomb. And then we were so surprised because usually you
She's
get the
going to
little
use that
crab
on
cake.
her menu now. That was the bomb.
And then, but usually, you get the crab cake and there's nothing to it, but this had little capers around it, and the sauce was just fantastic. We were just like, wow. And then we had the nerve to have the fried sardines.
Oh, delicious.
Oh, those were just like,
my mouth. But when they're fresh, wow.
I've never had sardines before, so that was my new thing. And I was like, I looked at him, I went, oh. And she said, try it. I go, okay. So I tried it.
Bones and everything, right?
Bones and everything.
Absolutely fantastic.
There's another, the bomb. I was just going to go the bomb. It was so
got that nice little crunch.
Good.
It works.
It was fantastic. Yeah. And then we went on and we had the ribs, and I ordered the wild pasta because it said it's back. And I didn't really like the wild pasta. I thought it could have used some salmon or chicken or something. It was a little too vegetarian for me, but it was good. But it just needed something to add on to it.
Well,
but
Jessie does food on the menu for folks who are vegetarian, so that everyone can sort of enjoy.
It's a destination certainly for vegetarians too.
It is.
The short ribs were great.
They're fantastic.
I was still, because Vivian, my friend, ordered it, and I was just eating off her plate. And the greens were great. It was just the ribs were tender, and the sauce. We were taking bread and scooping up the sauce.
Yeah,
'Cause it was
I was eating the sauce off my wife's plate.
Yeah,
She didn't finish it all, so I'm going to help myself.
You're dumping in and grabbing
Absolutely.
it.
It's not the
Yeah.
cheapest
It was.
restaurant.
No.
But obviously with the ingredients
But
that she's using.
Yeah.
It merits it.
worth it.
As a chef, I would be proud to call that my own
Right.
food. It was beautiful.
I'm going to tell you though, we didn't order any wine. She had a
Are you
Bloody
feeling
Mary.
okay?
I'm fine. She had a Bloody Mary, but I wanted an apple martini. And so he comes back, my waiter comes back, and he goes, we don't have any apple martini mix. I'm like,
They don't have any mixes.
Wait, no. So you know what he does? He goes back to the bartender. The bartender takes his apple and he mashes it.
Yes, that's right.
And he fixes his organic martini.
Probably the best one you ever had, right?
It was, and then I had a little cup on the side so I could pour more in.
nice.
It was fantastic. We had to go talk to the bartender. We were like, I want the recipe.
So did you have desserts?
Yes.
You splurged on this one, huh?
I did. I had a caramelized ginger upside down cake that was in the style of a tarte tatin, which is just gorgeous. And they had a creme fraiche ice cream, which I'm thinking creme fraiche, there's no way it's going to translate into an ice cream because it's got that little slight sour cream piquant flavor, but it did.
Yes. Right.
And it was stunning.
Yeah.
It was quite good, yeah.
And what about your dessert? Because you went,
Yeah, it was ugly. Very ugly. So we started off with the
Not shy
chocolate,
there, okay.
chocolate dirty
That's a good thing, I think.
Was
you're
it
saying,
dirty
right?
chocolate?
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
wonderful.
you know. All right.
I think it's a chocolate dirty.
And you're going to get real chocolate.
Yeah, it was real chocolate, and it was, even the little cup was chocolate, and I scraped all the nuts off because I don't eat nuts, but it was wonderful. So then we ordered a lemon tart, and on the side, and we had to taste it, and it was just. It was so good. It was worth every
and
calorie.
ugly in a good way.
Ugly in a
That's what I was
good
checking
way.
because I wasn't
Yes.
sure when she went there.
It was because it was just ugly because we were just sitting there going calories. It was fantastic.
So calories.
All right, Marie, Flea Street Cafe is your spot, so give us a quick summary.
I consider it high-end comfort food with a conscience. If you want a great restaurant with great flavors, a destination spot, this is the one for you.
All right, Fabian.
For special occasions, I would go there. It's a little drive for me from Oakland down to San Mateo, but special occasions are a great place. And just every now and then you want to treat yourself.
Yeah. It's the bomb.
It's the bomb.
And William?
A local star featuring great seasonal organic presentations that were without equal, I thought. I thought they were on par with some of the best restaurants in the Bay Area.
All right, if you would like to try Flea Street Cafe, it's on Alameda de las Pulgas in Menlo Park. The telephone number is 650-854-1226. It's open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $45.